Alright, today we're making bourbon chicken because it's fucking delicious and my kids won't stop asking me to make it. Alright, today we're using chicken thighs. You could use chicken breast if you want, but just be careful because they dry out pretty easy. It's a pretty long cook, the thighs can handle it. We're going to be cooking it on the Chudbox and then it's going to simmer in the glaze that we're making, so it's a lot of time cooking, so go with the thighs. And all I'm going to do is kind of clean them up, get the scraggly bits off, get the fat off, and then we'll just throw some salt and pepper on it. Got 2 packs of chicken thighs. It's going to be about 3 pounds of chicken. I think the recipe really calls for a pound, pound and a half, but there's enough glaze to where you can do extra chicken if you want. Alright, just going to clean up some of the scraggly stuff here. So we'll take off some of the fat. Since we're doing it on the Chudbox, most of this will cook off. But stuff like this will burn right up, all this scraggly stuff. Alright, now that we get all the thighs trimmed up, we're just going to hit it with some salt and pepper. Not too much because the glaze is going to give it all the flavor, but you should never go without seasoning your meat, at least with minimum of salt. Alright, we'll get the other side. Alright, our chicken's trimmed up, chicken thighs are all good to go. We got it seasoned, salt, pepper. So we're gonna be throwing them on the Chudbox. So we're just going to put a bed of Fogo at the bottom, and then we'll get a chimney to go on top of that. One chimney isn't enough to get it up to the temp that we need, so. You gotta get the tumbleweed under there. All right, chimney's good to go. Go ahead and dump it on our bed of lump down here. All right, our coals have caught pretty good. So we're gonna get our thighs on. This really shouldn't take long. We're not going for any temp. We're not cooking them all the way through. We're just looking to get that good direct heat, color, and flavor. So maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes? I don't even know if it'll take that long. All right, let's close it down. All right, the chicken's on the Chudbox. Let's start working on our glaze. Apple juice. And chicken stock. All right, bourbon. Use a Maker's Mark. You can do this recipe without the bourbon if you don't want any kind of liquor in it, so it still will taste just as good. But quarter cup. Soy sauce. Ketchup. Oh, we got some squirtage. And then some brown sugar. Full recipe will be in the description. I know I wasn't given the exact measurements and everything, so check below for the correct measurements. I'll just go ahead and whisk it up. At this point, the bourbon's going to smell strong, but don't be alarmed. Once it cooks off, it doesn't taste nearly as strong as it smells while mixing it, so don't be afraid to use it. I almost forgot, a splash of apple cider vinegar. You can see right here, there's everything that went into it. Chudbox is cruising right around 250. We're gonna keep jacking that temp up. We're gonna go up around 300, maybe 325. All right, our glaze is ready to go. The chicken's on. We're gonna get our water boiling so we can get our rice ready. So if you don't know how to make rice by now, I'm sorry, but we're gonna bring these 2 cups of water to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we'll put our 2 cups of rice in, turn the heat off, and just let it sit. All right, our water is boiling for our rice. I can hear the chicken sizzling on the direct heat, the fat starting to hit the coals, so we're gonna go ahead and get our glaze into the cast iron. We're gonna reduce this down. Right now it's really watery, liquidy, so we want it to be a nice sticky glaze, so we're gonna get it going, get it on the heat. All right, the water's getting close for the rice. Got our glaze going. We have that on a pretty low heat. All right, we got our glaze on the heat now. We have it going pretty low. There's a lot of sugar in there, so we don't want to burn it. We're just going to reduce this really slowly. Probably take a good 30-35 minutes. So it should time out perfectly for when our chicken's all done. So why don't we check on the chicken? It's been about 20 minutes. Starting to hear the fat hit the coals at the bottom. You can start to see some good color coming. There we go. All right, our water has come to a boil, so Riley's gonna put our rice in. First, we're gonna turn the heat all the way off. Heat's off. 2 cups, Riley. Gonna fill it up to the line. We'll dump that in. And we're just using the Minute Premium Rice. All right, our chicken's cooking, our rice is cooking, our glaze is going. So we're gonna chop up some green onion, some chives just for finishing, make it look nice. All right, now we got some chives. Making a mess here. We're not gonna use them all. We're really just doing it to make it look nice. Oh, what's that? All right, chives good. So we got our chives, we got our green onions. Definitely getting that color we want. All right, the rice is good to go. The glaze is coming up to a boil, so we're gonna get this chicken off because once it starts boiling and simmering, it's gonna start to really reduce, and that's when we want to get our chicken in so it gets all nice and gooey on the chicken. Yes. So we got that nice direct heat, color, flavor on there. Check that one out. That's what we're looking for. We're not worried about temp right now. We're just going for the color, for the flavor. This is gonna simmer in the glaze for a while, so even if it's not the temp right now, which I'm pretty sure it is, these are pretty small thighs, it's definitely gonna get cooked all the way through in the glaze. These look and smell great. All right, we're just gonna take our chicken and basically chop it up into little chunks, bite-sized chunks. Try a piece, Bug? Give that a try. Should be cool now. Yeah. How is it?
Just like chicken.
Just like chicken?
I want to eat this all day.
You want to eat that all day? I don't blame you. It smells good. Can't stop eating them? Can't stop dropping them either. Well, and for those of you wondering, this is a kid-friendly recipe. They tear it up every time. What do I mean? I mean, every time we make this, you always want more.
Obviously.
Obviously. And if you don't have a Chudbox, don't worry about it. Make it inside. That's how we usually make it. We usually make it inside on the pan, on the stove. Still turns out just as good. I think this is going to be an added flavor though and texture because some of these have got some nice crispy bits to it. So I definitely think this is going to turn out much better. That's if we have any chicken left. She hasn't kept her hands out of it.
If Chud would eat it.
If who was to eat it? Chud?
Yeah.
What do you think Chud would say if he had some?
It'll be banging.
Be banging? That's what he'd say?
So Chud, if you're watching this, I love you, pretty much.
Chud knows. No, we FaceTime him every time we're with him. Every time I'm with him.
But my God, these are banging.
Banging? All right. Let's see if you can get that.
What's that?
Where at?
Pretty good.
That is banging. Definitely get that direct heat flavor.
I told you it was banging.
Let's get the nice little crispy bits, like I said.
I think it's a sleigh.
You think it slays? All right, let's go get it on our glaze. All right, so we're gonna put it in the glaze. As the glaze starts to reduce and get sticky and gooey, it's gonna stick to that chicken and give it a nice coating. What do you think, Sweetie?
It tastes amazing.
All right, so we're just trying to get all the chicken covered. Get some of the glaze on there, break up some of those pieces that didn't cut up too good. So this is what we want. You can see it's starting to get bubbly here. This is gonna very quickly now reduce down to just a nice glaze. All right, you can see how much this is thickened up when we pull the spoon. See, it's not all, we're just, so we thickened up quite a bit. We're just probably a minute away from being done here. We don't want to go too long because we will, if we go too long, we will burn this with all that sugar in there. But you can see we can almost make ourselves a little opening there. We're just reduced all the way down to a glaze now. And I think we'll go ahead and kill the heat, especially since we're in a cast iron pan. We've got a lot of heat that's gonna stay in the pan for a while. That is exactly how we want it. All right, chicken is done. Rice is done. We got our garnishment. Let's go ahead and plate up. Give ourselves a scoop of rice. Let's do 3 scoops, 3 different garnishes. 3 scoops of rice. And let's hit one with the chives that we cut up. Just a little bit, not much. That's good. All right. Let's bust out the chili crisp. I think you'll like it, for sure.
I love it. I tried it before.
A little bit of chili crisp.
Ew.
You gonna try it, Riley? Why don't you try the chive one? The chive one is probably the one that you like the most. Very good. The sweetness still comes through. It's just a hint of that bourbon, but you still get the direct heat flavor that we got from the Chudbox. The texture, the smoke, very good. And let's try it with the chili crisp. That's the one. That's the one. Chili crisp makes a huge. Ooh, that's good.
Let me try.
Want to try it? Spicy.
Spicy.
It's spicy. Give it a try.
Spicy.
Yeah, I told you it was spicy. It is spicy, isn't it? We are using the Fly by Jing chili crisp.
Knew it.
The Szechuan chili crisp.
Yeah, it looks spicy, but the rice is banging.
The rice is banging. That is it for this. Super simple. You probably have every ingredient in the house. Again, if you don't have a Chudbox, just make it inside on the pan. You don't have to add the bourbon. It'll still taste good. Make it the way you want to make it. But overall, very delicious meal. The kids love it. The wife loves it. Everyone loves it. You gonna tell everybody to like and subscribe?
Like and subscribe. And Chud, please like and subscribe because I'm a big fan of you.